before you go riding this thing into town, maybe we should take a look at some good bicycle safety rules.
And there's no better way to do that than with today's Riff Flick.
Cool. Can we make fun of it while it's still playing?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Hey, is my tongue flowing?
The Oprah Winfrey story.
Whoa, this has Dan Whitehead in it?
Maybe it'll also have Derek Zitzberger.
Or Paul Pusspimple. We need more Hutto!
But Captain, we're at max Hutto already.
Did you guys hear who?
This story is about 10 rather close relations of ours who seem
That's
to
what
get
happens
into
when you marry your
almost
close
exactly
relatives.
the
You grow
same kind
tails
of
and
trouble
stuff.
we do. All 10 of these jolly characters lived in the same neighborhood and were all good friends.
Ow! Bad
Generally
touch.
speaking. Each of them had a bicycle, and each took care of his bicycle in exactly the took care of himself.
With lots and lots of grease.
Sharks, Pegs, Lucky.
Get away from that carcass,
One
you
day they
scavengers!
heard a
I
little
want the
picnic
liver!
No,
and
me!
decided
Me!
to have a picnic in a little cove just 9 blocks away. Now that doesn't sound far, but a lot can happen in 9 blocks, right?
Sure, my cousin once got
Well,
mugged in
sound
9
off out
blocks
there.
one time.
I said
That
right?
doesn't make any sense.
Right. So, they all ran home and made themselves sandwiches.
I like sandwiches.
But of course, human. Then they hurried back, all ready to go. Now, one of the 10 was a rather hungry type. His name was Slim Jim McGupney.
Distant
And his
cousin
picnic
of
lunch
Beef
was
Jerky
what you might call
McJerktahoy.
a portable banquet, right? Right. Slim knew that his big sack would be hard to handle, so he asked Orville Slump if he'd carry it for him.
No way,
Orville
carry
had
your
a
own
basket
sack.
on the rear of his bike. He was a good sort, and he answered, okay. Some of the others noticed this and asked him if he'd carry theirs, too. Orville answered
Slim should
graciously,
consider
"Well,
upgrading his
I
shirt."
guess so." And naturally, everybody else did the same until Orville's rear basket looked like a chuck wagon.
I like sandwiches.
Man, how many sacks are they gonna...
Ah!
At last, they were
Just
ready
when
to
I was
go,
getting
and
over
at a
my
given
nightmares
signal,
about giant pieces of cake,
They
this!
Is he sitting on the wheel?
You know how chafed his butt's gonna be?
The invasion has begun! Finally puts to rest all those stupid evolution theories, though.
Okay, I'm going on record right now. This is the most frightening thing I've ever seen, and that includes an interview with Lindsay Lohan.
Now this is Ruthie Toot Jasperson.
He
had the
toot.
newest bike in the bunch, and he was as proud of it as he could be. He made it a point to get in the lead, and there he intended to stay. It would seem that Ruthie Toot was a slam-bang go-getter.
Whose face will I
headed
know
for
off
big
today?
things in life, right? Right. But when you have to be first all the time, there are a few things you find you don't have time for. Such things as making hand signals. Oh, he knew very well
Make
that bike
signals,
riders are supposed
not
to signal
war.
just like auto drivers. Hand down for slow or stop. Hand up for
Hallelujah.
right turn. Hand
Slap me
straight
some
out for
skin,
left
man.
turn. But pretty soon,
Seizure
he
time.
began to feel silly making so many signals to stay out in front. So he skipped one to rest his poor old tired arm. Just one signal, once.
Look out for that Edsel!
Ah!
At this point, Ruthie Toot Jasperson left the party.
And they thought they'd never clean those monkey parts off the grill.
What's up with the kid running like Dr. House?
Maybe someone stole his bike.
I know where he could get a slightly damaged bike cheap. Rudy Toot Jasperson.
I got a feeling this guy's legs are gonna give out any second now.
This charming little thing was actually christened Tinkerbell McDillingfitty. She's a sweet and lovely girl, but she has...
I hate it when my head itches right after I got my hair did.
Sometimes she forgets to brush her teeth.
Sometimes she forgets to pull the bugs out of her friend's back.
And sometimes she forgets to look at traffic signals. Now she knows that she should. She knows that she should ride just like auto drivers drive.
Talking on her cell phone and not paying any attention to the road.
All the time that our little thoughts tend to wander, and oh dear, dear, they're wandering again.
5,
Here she
4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy
birthday!
Exit
Tink,
Tinkerbell
Rocky, tink.
McFilling Fitty. She forgot now and then. Now, let me introduce Philip Flugel. He's a star athlete, the president of his class, an honor student, and he has the handsomest profile in school.
And his
Just look
baboon
at it,
butt
will
was
you?
the reddest.
Now, Flug, as his friends call him, has one little flaw in his character.
He's
He
an
is
animal.
very easily bored. Right now, he's asking himself why everyone has to go up this side of the street. It's so samey.
Fred
So,
Sanford's
proving
truck.
that even a class president can make mistakes, he decided to ride against traffic.
I need
Oh,
some
he
lederhosen
knows
to
that
match
auto
my
drivers
hat.
never do this, and that he should follow the very same traffic rules. But he's in the mood to do something different. Anyway, there are no policemen around to see him.
Whoa!
Man, that was close. He could have really damaged that van.
Where to, sir?
Wolf!
Caffeine!
Philip Flugel is no longer bored.
Bet he's stiff as one, though.
Nice chucks.
We're gonna die as we ride our bikes and disobey safety rules.
You've probably wondered about this fellow on foot.
Gotta
His name
get
is
to a
Mosby
bathroom
Pomegranate.
fast.
He's splendid in dramatics, but he works so hard memorizing his lines that he doesn't get around to a lot of other things. He
No,
never
my body's
made it
rejecting the
down to
transplant.
register his bike and get a license for it. He knows very well that a license makes it easy
To kill.
find out who he is if he's in an accident, and makes the bike easy to trace if it's lost or stolen. That's his trouble. Last week, while he was rehearsing the lead in King Kong,
He must be
someone
playing the
rode off with
Naomi
his
Watts
bike.
part.
Yeah,
He went
explain
to the
why he's
police,
running like
but
that.
of course they couldn't help him since it had no license or registration.
Foul ball!
He stomped out of the police station angrily, and he's been stomping ever since.
Whew, they smell like Funyuns.
Home Alone!
Hey, those must be Catherine's shoes.
You wish.
What?
Farewell, Mosby Pomegranate, victim of fallen arches.
On the bright side, at least he wasn't completely smashed by a car.
Yeah, let that be a lesson to you kids out there. Walk.
Special delivery, 2 tons of lime jello.
Wait, some of those people back there are already dead.
Monkey ghosts? No!
See, Trigby Phipps. He's the smaller one in Eclipse, trying to make that bike go. His passenger is an old friend of ours, Slim Jim McGuffney. Slim Jim's bike recently collapsed from the effects of his diet.
Bananas and his own
Trigby,
poop.
being a nice little fellow, agreed to ride him. Now, he knows that no auto driver would drive with a passenger in his lap.
Well, Britney
He
Spears
also
would.
knows that you can't see ahead very well with someone on the handlebars, and that you can't control the bike well, and that you can't make signals either. Furthermore, it is tiring, right?
Over there, Hardee's, me see thick burger.
Oh, la belle comme ça, merci.
Ay, ay, ay!
Mamma mia!
We're nearing the event horizon!
Alice in Wonderland!
Samara from The Ring.
Bugs Bunny!
So long, fellas. There seems to be a flaw in the buddy system.
Mutual death.
Woo! Whitney's chili. Not good.
That is the scariest looking girl I've ever seen in my life.
You've obviously never seen LaToya Jackson.
Oh, don't say that.
Meet Nellie Swibach. She's as nice
Yeah,
as can
go
be
on.
foot. But when she gets on that bike, sweet Nellie becomes terribly impatient with other people's driving. Although there are only a few left now, she's having trouble sharing the street
Trouble?
with them.
I shake my fist at you.
So, Nelbert is about to make a decision she'd never make if she weren't angry.
She's going to eat 2 pints of Edie's
she
double
goes.
fudge ice cream.
There she goes. She knows that riding on the sidewalk isn't allowed in her
I
city
think
and
she's
many
got that
others.
disease where your
And
arms
even
just
where
does what it
is,
wants and you have no
pedestrians
control
always have
over
the
it.
right of
Phenobarbital
way.
knocked that
But
right
Nelbert's
out.
upset.
Obey!
And
Submit.
she'd like to know
Surrender.
just one good reason why she shouldn't take over the sidewalk all to herself.
Aunt Bee and Clara!
No, my Marita bread!
My Colbert milk!
My Minute Maid orange juice!
My hip replacement!
My cochlear implant!
My new retinas!
Ouch, this is one of those zits that really hurts a lot when you
Those
squeeze
noise
it.
transportation of Filbert Bagel.
Lancelot
Filbert
Link,
hates his old bike.
secret
He
chimp.
refuses to take care of it because his folks will probably give him a new one for his birthday. He can't see any reason for taking care of a heap of junk, even if he made it that way himself. He will in a moment, though. You see, he doesn't know it, but he'll find out that there's not a shred of a brake left.
But don't his handlebars work?
My eyeballs have hyperextended!
Ew.
Gross.
Now,
Flat
Filbert will
Bert.
be the first to agree that if it's worth riding, it's worth taking care of. Right?
Left.
Right.
Fight the power.
All our friends are very dead, but we're still gonna have a picnic.
Quickly meet Stanislaw Higginbottom while you can. He's a nice boy, but he won't be with
Ah,
us long.
this is really cooling off my pits.
Get that tongue in, boy. You'll bite it off.
Whoa, where'd the Appalachian Turnpike come from all of a sudden?
Seconds from disaster on the National Geographic Channel.
You are now looking straight at
You are
Stanislaw
looking live at
Higginbottom.
Madison Square
He
Garden,
has
where
neither
tonight a
lights
monkey
nor
will fight an
reflectors.
RV and lose.
I saw that same gag in a Roadrunner cartoon.
Stan!
Stanislaw
My man!
just wasn't
Usual.
quite bright enough. All of which leaves Orville.
Aw, Bill.
My dad used to take us there on picnics.
My dad once tried to abandon our pet cat there once.
Did he eat too much?
No, got too pregnant.
In memoriam.
Except for that guy whose feet just hurt really badly.
He'll get fat, all right. And here's why he ended up with all these groceries.
He's drinking a
doesn't really
sewage
want.
sample.
This was Rooty Toot Jasperson. Maybe you remember why he didn't make the picnic. He didn't signal, just once. Do you recall Tinkerbell?
No.
at
Do you
Devon
recall
City?
me falling asleep
She
during that
forgot
part?
to watch the signals.
She should have
Just
DVR'd
once.
it.
And good old Phil Flugel, he rode up the wrong side of the street. Once. Mossby Pomegranate was the walking one. He didn't get
Yeah,
around to
but he's
registering
still
his bike and
alive.
getting a license.
They still make those
It
shoes.
had taken him only a few minutes. The small one was Trigby Phipps, and his passenger was Slim Jim McGuffney. They rode double into trouble. Who can forget Nelbert Swibach? She wanted
Someone
to
with
know one good
Alzheimer's,
reason
duh.
why the sidewalks didn't belong to her. Then there was Filbert Bagel. He didn't take care of his brakes, so they didn't take care of him.
So it was a revenge
And
killing.
good old Stanislaw Higginbottom. No lights, no reflector.
No Christmas.
No Halloween.
No birthdays.
So that's
Sewage
why
and
Orville
wink.
Slump is picnicking alone today. He watched the signals, he obeyed traffic signs, he made hand signals, he rode alone, he stayed on the right side of the street, got a license,
Got a haircut?
rode just like auto drivers drive, and kept the brakes and all in good condition. And he got fat.
Then he died of a heart attack.
Just sort of prolong the
It was
inevitable.
very lonely. but not as long as this.
Cool!
I want to see the one that got mashed by a steamroller.
But then, as anyone can plainly see, he wasn't a monkey.
He was a
Right.
sea otter.
Need
Now,
another cup of
that's
popcorn over
wonderful. You
here.
mean it, right?
Wrong.
It's a little chilling how he's sitting there calmly, eating a bunch of dead people's lunches.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Goodbye, Chimpville. I'll always remember you in my nightmares.